Time is the only resource we can't get back. It's not infinite, it's finite. So today I want to give you 5 time-saving hacks you can implement in your Etsy business so that you can do other things, more productive things, and not waste as much time. Let's go. Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the Handmade and Beyond podcast. I'm LL, your host, your guide, your navigator through your Etsy journey, and I'm back today with another great episode to help you guys out. And this one is specifically about time. I want to share 5 time-saving hacks plus a bonus one because I like giving you guys extra stuff, bonus stuff, and I'm in a good mood. So here you go. You get 6 today. But these are things that you may or may not have heard of or used in your business. So I'm going to share them with you. If you use this stuff and you do this stuff, great. You get a gold star. You get a pat on the back. And you didn't need me for this episode, but most of you probably are not doing all of these things. And these things are things that I've learned over my time doing my Etsy business over the last however many years. So let's dive in and share these time-saving hacks. The first one that maybe you don't know that you can do. So a lot of you guys sell similar stuff. You know, if you sell art or POD items or necklaces or shirts, you know, whatever you sell, most of you sell a lot of the same stuff. And if you don't, you probably should. And you should go back and revisit some of my niche strategies, because you got to have a niche, and usually having a niche means that you sell a lot of the same stuff, but that's beside the point. So if you're recreating new listings and you sell similar things, so for instance, if you have like a wall art painting or a necklace, and you're literally creating the new listing from scratch every time that you do a new necklace, that is a mistake. Rather than recreating the listing, and some of you may have like templates or whatever, you copy and paste stuff in. Rather than doing that, just duplicate the listing and change what needs to be changed. Chances are, if it's a similar listing, you're only changing a few things in your description. For the most part, your description can stay the same, especially if you have like a specs section or a care guide section. A lot of your descriptions just stay the same. You're going to change your keywords and your title and tags. You're going to change your pictures, but your categories, your attributes, a lot of that stuff is going to stay the same between listings. So save yourself some time and duplicate those listings. Don't go in and create new listings from scratch each and every time. And I know probably some of you guys do that, and that's a huge time waster. And even if you have like a template, some of you may have like a Word doc for your descriptions, you don't even need that. Again, duplicate the listing, change what needs to be changed in your descriptions. Your descriptions should be uniform anyways. They should be similar. They should have the a similar setup, a little paragraph of what the item is, who it's for, some value propositions in there, creating value, enticing people to buy. And then you should have like a specs section of like the specifics of your item, size, weight, care instructions, ordering instructions, backlinks to other listings, other categories should be in there. So those, the structure of your listing descriptions should remain the same, and it should be uniform. Same thing with your listings themselves. You don't want to make it, all jankety and different. So that's another pro tip for you guys. You look at the major stores, the major sellers out there, the big box stores, their stuff is uniform. Their pictures are very similar, the same setup type. So you don't want to make it like it's kind of like an eyesore. Things are just strewn about. So make sure that you're using uniformity within all aspects of your shop. So that is number 1. Number 2 is you can use the bulk edit feature. If you haven't used this yet, this is a great way to edit a lot of your listings at once. At the top of your listing page, you'll see a little, to the left, you'll see a little checkbox. You can hit that and select the page of listings or all your listings, and then from there, there'll be a drop down of what you want to bulk edit. You can bulk edit title, tags, descriptions. I think you can bulk edit photos. Take a look. There's a variety of options. You used to never be able to bulk edit. So this really comes in handy, especially if you want to change like for notifications, like descriptions. If you want to put like your ordering deadline for like Christmas or stuff like that and apply it to all your listings at once, you could put the same sentence at the top of your listings. And then after after that deadline passes, you can go in and delete that exact same sentence from all of your listings. But you need to make sure to keep it the same. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to know what you're going to delete. So the bulk edit feature is a huge time saver. If you want to go in and start to edit a lot of your listings at once, go in, use the bulk edit feature, and it'll save you tons of time. The next time-saving hack I have for you is in regard to AI. If you haven't used AI and you don't use AI yet, you probably should. But one main time-saving attribute or aspect of AI is using it to write your product descriptions. This is a huge time saver. Anything written you can use AI for, and it'll save you time. You can improve paragraphs, improve social media posts, improve your descriptions. If you already have them written, you can ask it to improve this. But just make sure with using AI, a lot of people make the mistake of giving it the most information as possible and telling it how to act. A lot of people just throw something at AI and it doesn't really know how to respond. You're not going to get the best out of it. So you have to tell it how to act, tell it the tone, tell it how to write. I want this to be a friendly tone. I want this to be a business tone. But yeah, use it to write your descriptions and format your descriptions for you. You can limit it. You can tell it how many characters to be. Tell it I only want 1 paragraph or I want 3 paragraphs. So just give it more information. But AI for descriptions is a huge time saver. So you're not going in and writing your descriptions. Again, you should give it some information, like please write a product description for a gold pendant necklace that is 2 paragraphs long, that it creates a lot of value and entices the customer to buy. I also want a section on care instructions that is 1 paragraph talking about how to care and keep the necklace, shiny and new looking. So you give it some information, then it'll write it for you. So really, really great way to utilize AI for your descriptions. The next one I have for you is with prepaid labels. Please, for the love of God, use prepaid labels through Etsy, or if you don't want to use Etsy, you can use like Pirate Ship. Either way, you're going to get really close to the same discount. So that's perk number 1. You get a discount. If you're taking your stuff and you're buying labels at the post office, you're doing it wrong, right? That's craziness. So that takes a ton of time. You have to wait in line. So use Etsy to print out your labels. It's really easy to set up your shipping profiles. Print out the labels. You get a label printer. I would recommend not using a regular printer. Get a laser printer. It'll save you tons of money on ink. Laser printers are a little bit more at first, or like a Dymo printer. Or I use a Fomio or whatever the heck this thing is. Couple $100, but it'll save you tons of money on ink. So use that. Get a label printer. Print out your labels, package your stuff, and then just take it in the post office and drop it in the bin, drop it in the chute, go in front of the line, drop it in front of the table. You don't have to wait in line to drop your stuff off, right? Most post offices have bins. Mine doesn't have a bin, so I just take it to the front of the line, pop it on the table, and walk out. That's my power move, right? So people give you dirty looks. They're the ones, waiting in line when they don't have to. They could still buy the stuff through the USPS post office website, which you should not do because you won't get a discount. So do it through Etsy. Pirate Ship, again, is the same. There's other ones out there. That's the same. You get relatively the same discount. The only really benefit of doing Pirate Ship is if you have multiple stores, like if you have like an eBay store, Shopify store, and you want all your orders going to one place, then like Pirate Ship can link to all those. It'll make your life a little bit easier. But if you don't have like multiple stores, there's really no point in using a third party. Just stick with Etsy. It'll save you time because all your stuff is integrated. You print out all your labels at once. Bada boom, bada bing, you're done, and it's a huge time saver. So yeah, just make sure you're doing that. And kind of another pro tip: make sure you're setting up. You can save templates. So if you ship a lot of the same stuff, you can save that as a template in your shipping settings. So when you click the template name, it'll automatically populate the size and weight. So you're not having to go in and enter the size and weight of all of your stuff. You can name it. I usually name it by the weight. So I'll have like 10 ounces, 9 ounces, 8 ounces, and I just know how much stuff weighs because I've been doing it so long. So if I have like a 8-ounce package, I'll hit 8 ounces. It'll populate 8 ounces in the shipping template, and then it'll pre-populate the size. And boom, you're done. You just go through and you do all your labels at once, print them all out at once, package them all out at once, and then you're good to go. All right, so that is, what is that, number 4? Number 5 is with marketing. So if you market your business, you do social media, you do email marketing, the best thing that you can do is batch your stuff. I learned this years ago. Batch your posts. So set a date, like usually Sundays are a good time. You go in and you batch your posts or your emails for that week. Stopping what you're doing in the middle of the week or the middle of the day to do a post is not a great way to stay consistent, right? It's hard to stop what you're doing. It throws you off track. It derails you. So a lot of times you're like, oh, I'll get to it later. And then you never do it. So schedule your stuff, batch schedule your posts for the week. You could even do a month. I don't like to go further than like a week or two, because things change and there may be something that you do, a new product, something that you want to kind of bring to market. Not that you can't still post that on the fly. You can, but I like to kind of keep things a little close. But you can schedule stuff out for a month and then do your one-off posts here and there. But you have stuff scheduled, so if you don't post that day, it's fine. You have stuff coming out. So batch schedule your stuff. That is really, really big time saver, and it just for the fact that it keeps you're all in that mode, and you sit down, you do it all at once rather than have to do it here and there. It's not as effective. So that was number 5, right? Your bonus one is with workflow. So this one is a huge something I learned a couple of years ago, and this has been a huge time saver. So the hardest part of running your own business is knowing what to do and when to do it, or being able to organize your schedule, because especially if you do it full time, you have a lot of time and you have a lot of stuff that you need to do. So what do you do and when do you do it? So the best thing that you can do is schedule your workflow in advance. Have set days where you do certain tasks. This will be a huge time saver for you. I guarantee it. So you're not just randomly doing stuff on random times and random days. So the stuff that you do each and every week, schedule those out so you know that that's what you do on that day. So for instance, like Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, that is when I print and ship orders. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do it. I know when I wake up, that's what I'm gonna have to do. So schedule that stuff out. Sundays, batch scheduling for social media, marketing. Tuesday is new listings. Thursday is working on other things, revamping, SEO, product research. So those days, schedule that stuff out. Is that the only thing you're going to do during those days? Absolutely not. But you'll know, and it'll give you a lot more. You're not going to be as frustrated or feel as lost because you're going to have a guide. And that's the hardest part, because when you start doing this, even when you're doing it part-time, you're not working for anyone but yourself. And we're so used to going into work, working for the man, and the man tells us what to do. You got this meeting, you got to do this, you got to do that. So when you're working for yourself, there's no one telling you what to do, which is great, but you have to tell yourself what to do, and you have to structure your day. You have to give yourself some structure. Of course, you want the freedom over your time. You can do stuff whenever you want to do it, but you have to give yourself some structure. Otherwise, you're working on stuff that is not impactful. You're doing random stuff, and it's chaos. Your human mind does not like chaos. So don't create the chaos in your life. Put some structure in there. I guarantee it'll help you guys out. So those are the 6 time-saving hacks. Hopefully that can help you guys out with your business. A lot of those can apply to some of your personal life, especially the schedule and all that stuff. But those are the things that I wanted to talk about with you today. Also, make sure, if you haven't already, to download my free Etsy SEO success ebook. Tips, strategies, best practices, gold nuggets in there to help you with your Etsy business. You guys can get that at handmadeandbeyond.com/Etsy SEO success. That's it for today's episode. Have an amazing rest of your day.